What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and fellow hobbyists? Welcome to On the Bench with Pete, the series that you put on in the background as you hobby or paint and do whatever it is you do. I know that you're not always hobbying or painting or building whatever, but that doesn't matter. Use it for whatever you want, just a bit of background noise or a bit of company. But I'm going to do some hobbying, so if you're going to do the same, grab your brushes and models and a drink, or like tea, coffee, or whatever, and we'll get to the bench, because I've got, I'm literally carrying straight on from the last On the Bench episode I did, filmed on the same day, still a Tuesday, shock, horror, yeah, so let's get to the bench and let's see what we've got. Okay, so at the moment, I'll just turn it on, my Genestealer cultists are doing rather well, having been had some greys done, and I'm thinking of doing the other bits and bobs of them. I'm thinking of doing the cloth, for those of you. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing the cloth. And what am I really thinking of? I'm thinking of a Zameshy desert type thing, or a Xandri dust. Maybe a Xandri dust. Maybe, he says. Yeah, Zameshy desert's a bit lighter, so I'm thinking Xandri dust. Yeah. Yeah, Xandri dust. Xandri dust it is for the win. We'll use a jackbone later for the highlights. But yeah, I think it's Xandri dust for now. Also, Tuskor fur or whatever it's called. That's more of a pink. That's going to do the ribbing on the tunics. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Just pop my glasses on. Got my tea. This is good. This is all good. And let's go. Before we start, I dug this chappy out, this hillbilly guy, because I don't know. He's an interesting miniature, and I just like the way he looks. Now he's got to have some primer put on him. I'm just waiting for the glue to dry on his base before I do that. I'm thinking he's going to be a super easy model to paint. Skin, shirt, dungarees, hat, shotgun, and the bottle. I mean, piece of cake. That's not too bad at all. Oh, and his beard, of course, which, you know, we got a bit of a cloth coming out from his back pocket. That's okay. Pop him to one side. I do still have these tavern tables, as it were, and yeah, I'm going to be doing them maybe later. I don't know, but for now I'm thinking, shall I do the ribbing first or the cloth first? I think I'm going to do the ribbing first. Shaking it up a bit here. I'm going to thin it down quite a bit. So, and I'll put the usual retarder with it. This big blob of it there. 1, 2, 3 drops of retarder and a bit of water. Right, now I'm looking for, I'll start with this character brush, I think. Let's wash this brush out a bit first. Put that one over there. Right. So I don't have any extra work-related stuff to talk about because I haven't been to work since the last episode. Ha ha ha. Oh, that's joyous. I'm going to work later, of course. But I will do so in the knowledge that I have 2 on the bench episodes, hopefully 2, because sometimes things go wrong with the footage and that, but hopefully 2 under my belt. And that would make me extremely happy. I've just pulled my bin in from the road because the bin men have been and emptied it. Oh, and I've had a cheese sandwich since I last spoke on the last episode of On the Bench. So bear in mind, it's the same day, just a bit later in the afternoon. And I'm painting away and loving life. Loving it right now. So these cultists will be up and running quite soon, I should think. I think there's rules for them in the kill teams set, so we should be sort of good to go on that front. Still haven't heard back from my daughter's interview today. She went for an interview for a job, which will, fingers crossed, works out for her. Hope it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, these things happen. I think I'm going to like this colour for the ribbing on the body, especially once I hit it with a wash, shade wash. I think it'll be some pretty good shape. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say he's coming on. Yeah, so I'll put an Agro-XL shade wash over them all. Once it's I've done all the base colours. Ribbing on the body. Yes, he's got ribbing on the body. I assume they will all have that. I don't know though. Yeah, I don't know. They might do, they might not do. Yeah. So, as you may recall, I said it was cold here on the last episode, so it's still cold here. I've still got the heating going. I've got a brand new cup of tea. I don't know, I just wanted to get another video done. If I can ever get ahead on the videos, it makes my life so much easier. There's a couple of areas I've got to get into. With my brush, and it's not easy. Oh, it's okay. I forgive you, Mr. Genestealer cult guy. Yeah. Yeah. Looks cool. Let's go from this end. Yeah, I think they might all have ribbing on the body. When I say that, I mean access to, like, obvious in view. It's going to look fantastic once the shade washes go on, I think. Start doing the highlighting proper. I think sometimes when you're just doing the base painting, it's a bit like painting by numbers. There we go. Yeah, I think they look pretty good after the last session with the greys. I know I've got some more metal to be doing. That's kind of like icing on the cake stuff type stuff. Yeah, it's going to be good. Of course, Kill Team. Having played Strontium Dog now, I'm kind of anxious to try Kill Team. Hoping it's not too complicated. Strontium Dog is super easy to pick up. You can learn it in, like, a very short time. Whilst I appreciate that 40k is a bit more involved and will obviously take longer to learn, I'm hoping Kill Team won't have that need or requirement. Oh, he's going to be difficult. Easy on the back, but it's not going to be easy on the front. tricky front one, but not as tricky as that last one I said was tricky. Yeah, so I got a couple of days off coming up now next month, so I intend to put them to good use. I want to go out with my wife on a couple of the days. That would be nice. Mrs. Mini Warzone and me. Go talk book stuff. That'll be good. I always enjoy those conversations. Right. Halfway there. Ribbing. So I'm going to be getting a new chair, office chair. I've seen a really good one from the range I want to get. I hope we get that in the next few weeks, or next couple of weeks. And something else I want to get is Mansions of Madness. I know it's been out a while now, but you know, just fancy it now. I fancy painting it as well. I'm playing the game to be a bonus co-op game, yay. Got 4 guys to go. I really need my cup of tea then. So my question of the week this week is: how do you feel about static poses on these easy fit models? I mean, if you're a good converter, you can still convert models, pose them different ways, etc. But I'm not a good converter. I'm I do convert things, but I'm not very good at it. And the static pose models make it a bit harder for me. Well, make it considerably harder. In fact, they make it impossible at the moment for me to convert things, models and so on. Have we just been spoiled by what we've had? Because other systems and models don't really get that level of diversity. I'm thinking that's what it is. Been spoiled. So I'm looking forward to summer. We're just going into winter, but I am looking forward to summer. Mind you, I never look forward to winter. I always dislike winter. When I was a kid, I used to like snowfalls and all that, but now as an adult, knowing the pain in the butt that comes with snow, I'm okay without it. I'm glad we don't live in one of those countries where you have to have different tyres in the winter. I mean, some countries do it. It's just like people do it there, but it's not enforced. In other countries, it's the law. I think it's the law in Poland, actually. Parts of Poland. Yeah, very difficult to get. This is more difficult to get to than like an Eagle's Aquila on a Space Marine. And the last one. Don't know if I can even. When I do the guns, that'll sort that out. Goodness me. Goodness gracious me. Yes, I'm glad to get this stage out of the way. There. That'll do him. God. Goodness me. That was more difficult than I thought it would be. Hugging my tea while I look at them. Actually, I'm thinking of maybe priming him now. Super glue will be dry. Shouldn't wreck any brush now doing that. So yeah. Panzer grey or black. Panzer grey. Let's go Panzer grey. If I can find a new palette. Well, not a new one, but one I haven't used today. I got loads of them. This will be a quick blast through. Right, okay. So it's a lot darker. No, I don't know what. I can't remember what make of model this is. I don't think it was Reaper. Don't think so. Different type of plastic to what they use anyway, so is. Pop this back. I always put too much out. Just scoop it up and put it back in. And that way we save our paint. Make a right mess with it though. Oh man, that's like spotted dick there, isn't it? Like. Alright. You may recall from last episode I had done this, it's all finished now. On there, so yep, that was all done. My barbarian's coming on for the tutorial. My goons, strontium dog goons, they're kind of finished. You just need to get more highlights on. Dude with blue skin there, I'm just going to leave that as it is. Thinking of doing this dude not as a tutorial. Thinking of it. I don't know, the mercenary warrior. I'm thinking of changing the camera angle on my tutorial. I think I'm going back to the way it was, like almost forward facing and down. I don't know though. Don't know how that was panned out. Yeah. I'm not sure. Either way, I've got to finish my barbarian tutorial the way it is. So I'll just soak in. My brush. It's not a brilliant brush, but it's just good for glooping stuff out sometimes. Oh, I like that word, gloop. I use it a lot. Right, base coat Zandri dust. Right. Right, we are going to need to break that down. Thinner, cool. Didn't realise quite that much came out. Quite thin down. It's like a heavy wash, really. Character, yeah. This is one of those pots. I think they must have been made by a different manufacturer. They're easier to flip on and off, or open and shut. They feel different too. Right, so kind of like an undercoat type thing. Yeah, like an undercoat. So this might take a little a little bit longer. Right, so one thing I want to paint that I haven't done in many a year is Ronin. I haven't done anything for that for years now. I've got some figures for it. I've got some villagers and peasants to paint up for that. Maybe ninjas too. I'll call him done. And the jacket front. They haven't all got the undercoats, so he doesn't. He does. Yeah. One good thing about doing this sort of thing on camera is you can mention what colours you're using, and if you forget later on, like I forgot what colour his main trousers and that is, you can go back, watch and see and listen to what you put on. Oh yeah. He's got no undercoat, but he's got a section of ribbing which needs grey, I think. As I said, it was cold grey. Well, I know it's cold grey because the cold grey's still out, so so it's Tuesday today. So I go into work tonight for a short shift. My friends will be back. We should have a bit of a laugh. That's what it's all about, is it not? Bit of a laugh, bit of a moan. Right. Yeah, it's definitely not the easiest of figures to paint once they're assembled, so I have to bear that in mind for future when I get more. I've got the Adeptus Mechanicus guys to build from the other half of the Kill Team set, but don't know if I'm a Adeptus Mechanicus fan really or not. Don't know if to keep them or sell them. Still on the sprue. Don't know, I may keep them, but we'll see. One day. Cup of tea time. I'm going to take my mic off. Bringing the microphone back. There. I'm just clipping it on. There we go. Just clean out a couple of the brushes. I did a really daft thing on the last episode of On the Bench, which you won't notice at all, but it affected me greatly. And that was that I filmed it in a higher resolution. It doesn't matter because when I render it, I render it in a lower resolution anyway to upload to YouTube. But it means at the moment, because it hasn't happened yet, but it meant, because by the time you see this it would have happened, that it took me longer to download it to my laptop. That's all. Sorry, I'll get out of the way now. I don't think many of you are interested in seeing what I'm doing as opposed to listening in between the silent gaps. I wonder if I've got any more Xandri Duster, if that is it. Whether I need to perhaps order some more. Another thing I want to paint some figures for that I've got figures for is Congo. I missed that game. It's a good game. Two left. There's quite a lot of versatility in that game. Yeah, very good. Right, just doing the edges. The edges of the undercoat. And the last one. Yeah, he's got an undercoat too, or as in most cases, it's remnants of an undercoat. There. And that, as I say, is that. I can have a look now to see if I've got another Xandri Dust. Though I'll be honest with you, it's not looking like it. The Heneb Stone. Remember that one, anybody? I think if that was the Rakoff flesh of the day, possibly. No, I don't think there's any. More Xandri dust. Yes, there is. Brand newy. Yay! Don't need to get it after all. Or worry about it. That's good. Right. Wow, 41 minutes in already. Do you know that is absolutely crazy? I feel like I've just started this episode, you know? That's ludicrous. Well, I'll do some cold grey on his trousers. Or did I? Has he already got brown trousers on? Yeah, he's got brown trousers on. Maybe. Maybe black on the shoes then. And we'll go straight from the pot with the dampness of the brush because it's just shoes. It's not overlapping with anything else. Tricky, I'm in between two barrels as I'm doing this. I haven't seen anything from one of the channels I watch is Engineer Jeff. You chaps must know of him, or some of you must know of him. He puts out a lot of Reaper tutorials as well. I enjoy those. I haven't seen one for a while. He does them in real time as well. I kind of cheat a bit, do the fast forward thing because easier to upload and so on. I'll have the wizard shoes black. He's gonna have white hair though, or a version of white hair. What was I gonna use? Yes. We'll use this iron rack skin as a basis for as base colour for his hair. I'll try it on the gentleman in red first, actually. No, I'll try it straight on the wizard. The wizard it is. It's amazing how many of these things you get through. Ones I haven't used yet. Today, I mean. Yes, iron rack skin. Bit more water, I think. There we are. Character brush. Yeah, he certainly looks like a wizard, this guy. Kind of got that wizardy vibe about him. Right. Yeah, I think that'll do it. It's more of a test, really, to see what it's going to end up like on him. So at the moment it looks a bit ridiculous, but when I put a wash on and highlight it up with a whiter colour, should look alright, he says. That said, I could probably use it on this, whatever it is. Some sort of food or oats or something, I don't know. There seems to be like something of these oats or whatever they are on each of the models here, so what could that be? I don't know. There we go. Well, we've made good use of it, so that's the main thing. Iron Rex skin. That is going to be used on my barbarian, see? Oh. If you haven't checked out any of my tutorials, I strongly advise you to do so. I'll put a link to one up in the up in the corner up there. Go ahead and check that out. Right. What time is it? I'm just gonna have a look at my phone. It's nearly 4:20. That's okay. I'll put that there. It's starting to get dark now. Lose the lights, so I'll be pitch black by the time I go into work tonight. That's be 8 o'clock by then. So, or 7:30. Between 7:30 and 8, I usually get there early. Sometimes I like a cup of tea or something. Dear. So that's good. Done a bit of good work there. So I think I'm going to end this episode here. So that concludes another episode of On the Bench with Pete. I've enjoyed both the episodes that I've made today. So that was this week and last week's video for you. That's if I even get around to being able to download last week's video, because it was on a higher resolution, so it might take too long. I might not be bothered, and I might just use this one instead. Either way, you're still getting, you're not missing a week of content. So yeah, I mean, a week of On the Bench with Pete. I'm just stretching my legs out. It's been very relaxing here for me today. I've loved it, absolutely loved it. I've been able to, by this point you'll know I've had or you should know, he says, I've had the spare horse arrive from eBay for my Totopoly game. So that should be good. Get that done. I really want to get that up and running and sorted out to be revitalized, as it were. But that's a different video series altogether. I'm just saying what I want to do here. I'm looking across at my table. I'm really pleased with the way my Genestealer cult's coming on now, and yeah, I might start basing them soon. So that'll be good. Yeah, so that's it. Right, that's it from me. Check out my Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, all that other good stuff. It's all on the homepage anyway, so remember, all brushes lead to war. And bye for now!